My girlfriend decided to scream at me in a packed, 5-star restaurant, all because I held a door open for someone. She thought she was putting me in my place, but what she didn't know was that her little tantrum was about to become her own viral humiliation. Here's how I got the ultimate revenge. So, let me give you the full picture. My girlfriend, who we'll call Jenna, and I had been together for about 2 years. On the surface, things were great. She was funny, smart, and driven. But underneath all that, she had this crazy jealous streak that could be completely suffocating. I'd always just tried to ignore it, the dirty look when I'd chat with a female cashier for a second too long, or the flood of accusatory texts if I missed a call. I kept telling myself it was just her being passionate, that she was afraid of losing me. I was an idiot. It wasn't passion, it was the warm-up act for a total meltdown. The night it all blew up was our 2nd anniversary. I wanted to do something big, so I booked a table at Warrior, this 5-star place we'd been dreaming of for months. It's the kind of place with a dress code and waiters who pull out your chair. I was in my best suit, she was in a knockout red dress. For a second, everything felt perfect. As we walked up to the entrance, I pulled the heavy glass door open for her. An elderly woman was coming in right behind us, so I just held it for her. It was a reflex, you know? Just basic manners. The woman gave me a quiet thank you, and I walked in to meet Jenna at the host stand. The second I got to her, her smile was gone. It was replaced by a look of pure venom. "What was that?" she hissed, her voice just dripping with anger. I was totally lost. What was what? I held the door. She let out this dramatic scoff and rolled her eyes. "Don't play dumb with me. You were obviously checking her out, trying to get her number right in front of my face. On our anniversary? Are you trying to humiliate me?" I was just floored. The woman was at least in her late 70s. I tried to calm her down, telling her she was being ridiculous, but that was like throwing gas on a fire. Her voice started getting louder. "Oh, I'm ridiculous? You're the one acting like some thirsty dog the second we walk in the door for our anniversary dinner." By this point, the host was desperately trying to look anywhere but at us, and a few people in the waiting area were starting to stare. I could feel my face getting hot. I begged her to keep her voice down, but she was just getting started. The knockout punch came when she jabbed a finger into my chest and almost shouted, "You know what? You are pathetic. You disgust me." The whole lobby went dead silent. Every single person was staring at us. My heart just dropped into my stomach. I have never felt so small in my entire life. In that moment of total humiliation, something in my head just clicked. I wasn't angry anymore. I didn't want to scream back. This weird calm just washed over me. I looked at her, then turned to the host and said, as calmly as I could, "I'm so sorry, but we're going to have to cancel our reservation." I turned around and walked straight out the door, not saying another word. The drive home was the longest, most silent 10 minutes of my life. She didn't say anything, probably thinking I'd eventually crack and apologize like I always did. But this time was different. I'd hit my limit. Her meltdown wasn't about me holding a door, it was about her need to control me and her willingness to publicly destroy me to do it. I was done. My revenge wasn't a big shouting match. It was much quieter, and way more devastating. See, Jenna was trying to be a lifestyle influencer. Her whole brand was built on positivity, authentic living, and wellness. The next day, I get an email from the restaurant manager apologizing for the scene we caused. He mentioned that the entire lobby is under video surveillance for security. That's when the idea hit me. I wrote back, thanked him, and asked if there was any chance I could get a copy of the footage. I lied and said I thought if she saw how she acted, it might be the wake-up call we needed to work on things. The manager, who was clearly on my side, actually agreed. He sent the video file over a few hours later. But I didn't send it to Jenna. Instead, I sent the clip, with its crystal clear audio, to a couple of huge drama and cringed accounts online from an anonymous email. My subject line was simple: lifestyle influencer shows her authentic self. It took less than 24 hours to go completely viral. A beautiful woman in a fancy dress screaming at her boyfriend for holding a door for an old lady? The internet ate it up. Her follower count went into a nosedive. The comments were absolutely brutal, just tearing apart the hypocrisy of her positive vibes only a persona. One by one, her brand deals started disappearing. Of course, she called me. First, she was screaming. Then she was sobbing. Then she was begging me to help her fix it. I let her get it all out. When she was finally done, I just said, "You wanted to humiliate me, Jenna. But all you did was humiliate yourself. We're done." Then I hung up and blocked her number. I never saw her again. And you know what? The ultimate revenge wasn't watching her career fall apart, it was getting my own peace back.